Oh, goody. Great. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. And I'm going to do a bit of I don't know if we can call this a rant technically, but I am going to make some claims on this channel today, at least one major one. And I'm going to dare anybody who's a Burnt Toast, Jules Tells All, Geek Room, Dragnut supporter to prove me wrong on the claim that I'm going to make today. Again, hello everybody. Welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. As promised, and I meant what I said when I said that if these so-called dragoons didn't get on here and explain themselves or how they came at me for the last 5 or 6 years, that there was going to be some retaliation from me, and that there was going to be some videos made towards them, because I ain't gonna lie, I am just sick and I am tired of talking about Shanny and Rev. I think everything I needed to say about them I said. So unless they say something major about me on a consistent basis, there's no need to say anything. But I do want to talk to some of their new supporters, which I find to be quite hypocritical on their side, and that is the people formerly known as the Dragoons. Before I get started with Miss Toast, okay, that's who we're going to be talking about here today, I do got a question for the group formerly known as the Dragoons. What happened to your leader? Where is he? Oh, where is Dragnut Silvas? The man who was going to take everything that G-Man had. The man who was going to completely and totally destroy me on social media. Before we get started, let's take a look at a Burnt Toast video here real quick, so that you can all know where we are going with all of this. Let's take a look at You're a Toast, buddy. I believe this is the video here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's share this so you can see this. You should all be able to see this video here. Let me make sure that that's the case. Hold on. Yep, you can all see it. Good. All right, let's play this video. It's only about 1 minute, 31 seconds. This is Burnt Toast's comedic side, and you got to admit, Burnt Toast can be funny when Burnt Toast wants to be, right?
You're a toast, buddy.
Not as toast as you're going to be, buddy. And today, as always, we're going to prove that the reaction atheist community are nothing but a bunch of liars and hypocrites. Because I was going to let them have their fun, but I'm going to kind of give you guys a couple of spoilers. I'm not jealous of being Sasquatch. Okay. Now, Andrew, I'm not a reaction atheist.
I'm not a reaction atheist.
You know what I mean? All we see is a bunch of Burnt Toast. I'm not atheist. I am what we would call a theist. You take away the A and you put and you just go with the theist. That means I believe that God exists. An atheist claims to be without this belief. Do you understand that, young lady? Black people who think they're white people who think they're black, and a bunch of idiots on here who don't know what they're talking about. G-Man knows about. I don't want to say Burnt Toast. It was you who said that. Myself and Rocco didn't know anything. So, like I said, once this is over and I get to talk about you a little bit, we'll see who don't know what about what. Neglecting all this other stuff and G-Man's being quiet. The very fact that I can make these YouTube videos and you guys can make these illogical assumptions about me is absolutely ridiculous. Okay? It is absolutely ridiculous. None of that stuff is true. None of it.
But they lie. Now I think Matt Bell might be innocent, because I'm pretty sure an atheist lied on him and said that he committed those crimes. I'm pretty sure of that.
You know what I mean? Because everybody sees what kind of a hypocrite you people are at the end of the day. So, the bottom line is that ladies and gents, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Burnt Toast, phenomenal editing. Burnt Toast, absolutely phenomenal editing. Let me give you a thumbs up for editing today. That is just some really good computer skills that you have there. Some really good computer skills. You're gonna love my computer skills moving forward. You're absolutely positively gonna love it. But I mean, I got to give it to you. This is so difficult to do. It's not even funny. Like nobody else on YouTube can possibly do this. Dude.
Nickelodeon.
Oh my God, that was so original. That was just so great. So original by Toasty. If anybody has any counter arguments against what I'm saying, and you are a mature adult and you ain't a baby and you're over the age of 10, I will gladly have a conversation with you. So anyway, that's Burnt Toast's description of me. We'll start with this. All right. Yeah, for the longest time, I'll put my face on here for a little bit anyway. Yeah, for the longest time, Burnt Toast and these dragoons have presented me on social media as being this numbskull moron idiot who don't know anything. That's how they presented me on YouTube, all the while avoiding having any serious conversation with me. And of course, they're doing it for fun. Some people say that it's teasing, and there's all this other stuff and whatnot. But I got a bone to pick with Burnt Toast. And then I guess in my next video, I'll deal with Jules. And then my next video, David Weiser or David Anthony. And then after him, I'm going to deal with every last one of them. But I want to start off with one of the easiest ones, and that's Burnt Toast, who I consider to be, when it comes to, well, actually, that's not true. She's a little smarter than, she's smarter than his partner. She's smarter than BGTV. I think BGTV's got a little more discernment, but you'll all see what I mean as the weeks goes on with me talking about this. But I'm going to make a positive claim in this stream. And of course, people can laugh and they can say whatever they want about this, but I bet you can't prove yourself to be right. G-Man is a lot of things on YouTube. You know, I'm a male. I'm a Christian. I can be funny on here when I want to be. I can make my little comedic videos. I've made comedic videos about Burnt Toast, putting her where she belongs, and that's the kitchen, and giving her a mop and a broom, and and things of that nature, which is what she should be doing, to be perfectly honest. That's stalking, but we'll get to that all a little bit later. But I'm a lot of things. I'm far from perfect, but I'm a lot of things. But you want to know what I'm not, and I cannot wait to finally say this. I'm not a Lowe's cow. I've been thinking about this one for a while, and I've been looking at these channels. I look at Breezy's channel, and she talks about who was it? Foodie Beauty, and then there's other people talking about Shani, and other people talking about some of these other folk on here, Truthfully Trisha, and all them other people and whatnot. If they don't want to defend themselves and they want to accept being Lowe's cows, that's their personal business. Me, on the other hand, I am not a Lowe's cow. And if I was a Lowe's cow, I certainly ain't a Lowe's cow no more. So anybody in the future calling me a cow or saying that I'm just here for the hee-hee ha-has and all that stuff and whatnot, please understand it will be all out. It will be all out war when that happens, if it happens consistently enough. Because quite frankly, I'm not a Lowe's cow, but I believe that the Dragoons are, because they are the biggest jokes on here right now. You see, for the last 4 or 5 years on here, I would probably say since the so-called Summer of G-Man, which is around 2017 or 2018, people have been lied to regarding myself, what I'm all about, whether or not I'm stingy, whether or not I'm poor, whether or not I'm a grifter, whether or not I'm a coward, and all these other little things that they said about me. They said that I'm all talk and I'm no action. They made a whole bunch of claims on me, but Burnt Toast bought into a lot of that. And Burnt Toast decided to make several videos about me during the GTV days that I want to address. This video is not going to be for everybody. Some people are not going to want to watch this video because you might be a supporter of Burnt Toast. But just like I go after Shani and just like I go after Rev, Burnt Toast needs to be thoroughly put in her place. And I'm not going to be on here making jokes and talking about her being anorexic and all the other stuff and whatnot. I want to deal with some serious stuff and some of the claims that she made on her YouTube channel and what she said in the Geek Room, or what she has addressed, said, or alluded to on Jules Tells All YouTube channel. And Burnt Toast, don't even bother deleting anything. Don't even waste your time. I already have all of it. I wouldn't have got on here and started talking about this unless I had all of it. All right. So don't even try to pretend like you never said anything. All right. So according to you, Burnt Toast, according to you, regarding myself, I'm a grifter. I use people for funds. I don't know what part of you Dragoons didn't understand back then that I never forgot about this, and I said I was going to deal with this on YouTube for years. You literally got on here and you said that I was using people on here for donations and whatnot, right? And that I was going from place to place to place to places using people the way you guys presented myself here on YouTube, right? That's the way you presented me to your audiences. So if you're fairly new on here and you were a follower of the artist formerly known as Dragnut, formerly known as OP Ed Fred, the guy who dipped off of YouTube because he's too scared to deal with the heat. Let me fix my lighting on here real quick. Then there are some things that you need to be caught up on regarding myself. All right. Yeah, he met me in person. I got a milk biscuit around here somewhere or whatever. Let me give Dragnut his milk biscuit here real quick. Not really a milk biscuit, it's a meow mix. But there you go, Broke Nut. There you go right there. I'll explain why I call him Broke Nut too in a minute. Or later in the stream. You met me. The whole purpose of meeting me was so that you can get back on YouTube and get on here and brag about meeting me. I've never bragged about meeting you. Ever. Okay? Then you got on here and you fed people like Burnt Toast all of this information about me that simply wasn't true. Burnt Toast ran with what you said, and Burnt Toast has got to pay the price now. Just like other people are going to pay the price on here. That was part of that movement or whatever. Right? So one of the things that Burnt Toast was told that you can do and say whatever you want to. Listen to me. Whatever you guys want to, whatever Burnt Toast wants to say and do about Shani, whether no matter how many donations he wants to give her with her sock accounts or whatever, that's your personal business. Although we're going to talk about that in a minute. No matter what you want to do with that, that's them. You're dealing with me now. Okay. So I made a positive claim on here and I said that I'm not a Lowe's cow. Right. Literally since 2017, starting with Dragnut in the Geek Room, these knuckleheads was coming after me and they defamed my name. Now I'm going to reverse. Well, I've been kind of doing that now, but I'm really going to reverse the damage because I'm going to start pointing my finger at them. You got on my case about what I said about a deceased friend that was on here at one time or another. Then you started getting on my case about being friends with Shani and Revan. I'm not friends with them no more, right? And when I was friends with them, you said all this stuff about me. Listen, it's one thing for them to live inside that house. It's another thing to attack my character and who I actually am. You think I'm an idiot, G-Man for dummies, and I'm unintelligent, and I can't think, and I can't formulate a sentence, and I can't think critically? Burnt Toast, I invite you. How about this? Maybe you don't feel comfortable coming on my channel because me giving you an invite to my YouTube channel is a colossal waste because I personally look at you as being a cow. The last couple of interactions that I had with you, you proved that you was a cow. How about this? I'll come to your YouTube channel and we can talk about this, and then let's see who the cow is and who knows what about what. Okay? You made a lot of positive claims about me throughout the years. You guys got together in secret, and don't tell me you didn't do it, but you did. A lot of you got together in secret, and you were saying in secret, we're going to stop G-Man from receiving donations, which you did a horrible, pitiful, horrendous job at doing. I get donations for videos I did 8 years ago. You know what I mean? On the other channel, some of the work that I did on GTV that people remember what I do on Clubhouse. Nobody on social media is ever going to be able to stop me from being able to get donations whenever somebody wants to donate to me, because they know that people like Burnt Toast is full of caca when they're talking about me. Because anybody wants to know about me, all they got to do is contact me in private and we can talk. I keeps it 100% real. I know the kind of people that I talk to in private, and I know about the kind of people that talk to me in public. They see the kind of person that I am. But you, Burnt Toast, have helped Dragnut's fan base, who all got conned, by the way, but we'll get when we're dealing with Mr. Dragnut, which is going to be an insanely long show, because I'm going to show you just how often this dude lied with receipts. So, Dragnut, don't run too far. I need you to come back and take this whooping like a man when it's time. You came on GTV, Burnt Toast, and presented yourself to be a Christian. Go ahead, say you were never a Christian. Go ahead and make your YouTube video and say you were never a Christian. Well, G-Man's not going to show any audio or any videos. I want Burnt Toast to make a response and say that she never said it. Of course, there were witnesses there. There were whole streams done about her so-called Christianity that she said that she had. And when she was questioned on it, she didn't want to talk about it. It was Burnt Toast who revealed that she is a Native American Indian. It wasn't me who did that. Burnt Toast revealed this information on GTV. In fact, Burnt Toast, whether she understands this or not, revealed a lot of stuff about herself, whether she knows this or not. No, this ain't a dot dropping video. No, I'm not gonna talk about where she lives and what her name is and all that stuff and whatnot. It's not necessary. She hasn't been messing with me lately, so I don't see the purpose in doing that. But what I do see the purpose do is going after her credibility. You're gonna tell me I'm a horrible person because I'm friends with Shani and Rev, while you and Jules Tells All are donating to Shani and Rev. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that I'm a terrible person, or I'm not a good person. And by the way, anybody who says that about me, you're right. I'm not a good person, but neither are you. Because I don't believe in good people. I believe what the Bible says when the rich young ruler was talking to Jesus and he says, good teacher. And Jesus stopped him and said, good, why do you call me good? Only God is good. That's the only person I consider to be good out there. And that would be God Almighty, right? I believe that we human beings are flawed. I think that we can be generous people. I believe that some of us can be kind people. I think some of us can be, at times we can be kind. Some of us at times can be generous. Some of us at times can have these good qualities about us. But for us to say our being itself is to be good, that's something to be debated or questioned with critical thinking. So you saying that I'm not a good person, Burnt Toast, doesn't mean squat to me, because I say the same thing about myself on a regular basis. And when I'm preaching to people, I make sure I tell them that they're not good people. Let's get that to your thick head. So you're telling me that because I was friends with Shani and Rev and I was doing all these things with them and whatnot, that I'm a terrible person. Yet you're friends with them in private and you're actually giving them money. You're giving them funds. You and a lot of and you're doing it all to spite another YouTuber. You're doing all of it to spite another YouTuber. Listen to me. I'm not stupid. I know what a sock account is. I can do research just like you. Just like I told Dryden when he was on here, he ain't the only person that can get support, get information, and do things. You guys are not the only people that can do that. I can do the same thing too. Right? So I take offense to that. I take huge offense to the fact that you would bring your narrow behind on social media and try to argue that G-Man is not a good person because he supports Shani, when you yourself and Jules Tells All is doing the same thing. This ain't about Jules. Let me just keep this on you. When you do it, you're a Shani supporter. You are a Shani supporter. You have you want to sit there, you want to make all these videos about other YouTubers on here that you don't like. But you yourself are a stalker. It ain't just Frank from the Geek Room. You're a stalker too. And you take your stalking to a whole nother level. You and listen, you ain't just stalked Bullhorn Betty. You stalked me too. And if you think I can't prove that, you're dumber than I originally thought you was. You better go back and look at some of your past work. And whether your information is accurate or not, the point is that you are stalking. You're a YouTube stalker. You're a Shani supporter. And you're a very hateful individual here on social media. And by the way, Burnt Toast, my second major claim, not only am I not a Lowe's cow, but this is going to actually make you kind of angry because you, Miss Parker, BGTV, and you all found this out the hard way. I'm cancel proof. Let me say this again. Cancel proof. Do you want to know why? If I was on here for fame and fortune and trying to win the approval of everyone, then I would be cancelable. But because I'm on here for Jesus Christ, that makes it a little bit difficult, meaning you got to get the church to turn against me. And in order to do that, you got to be saved yourself to do it. Because that's the number one thing I'm coming after. If you ever say, well, G-Man's not a real Christian, is you? Okay, great. And you are? Well, if you are, you got a few things that you need to answer here. You know what I mean? Like people going around calling the Pope this, and people going around calling these bishops of Rome that were doing some questionable things. Are they Christians too? Anyway, let's not stay on that for too long. But I do want to get on here and start talking about you, Burnt Toast. I want to make sure that you understand something and that it is crystal clear. You're not a good person at all. Stop making YouTube videos pretending you're a good person. You are a disgusting horrible person. You do a lot of the same creepy things that Shani does. Don't agree with me? My email is faithfultogodnotman@gmail.com. faithfultogodnotman@gmail.com. And you can contact me and we can schedule something where I can come on your YouTube channel and I'll prove that you're a disgusting, terrible, horrible, hideous individual. I got no problem doing that. That's easy. That's like second nature to me. As a matter of fact, you kind of like the way you do your channel, you try to make it sound like you try to say that you're like this big you try to present yourself as being like this big thing as far as like being part of cancel culture. You don't deserve to be in cancel culture. You're not qualified to be in cancel culture. Because all you're doing, as far as I'm concerned, is exposing yourself for how wicked and evil and morally disgusting you really are at the end of the day. You made a lot of claims about G-Man. My thing is, are you what's the perfect word? Are you Neanderthal enough? Since you believe in evolution crap. You know what I mean? Are you Neanderthal enough? Do you got the grapefruits? Actually, you don't. Technically, you have something else, but you don't. You don't even got the peanuts. You know what I mean? So I don't think you got any nuts at all. But like peanuts, walnuts, pistachios, or anything like that, to face me one-on-one on this topic of what kind of a person you are. Not about me. I think you guys spent enough years talking about me. I think it's about time that we talk about you and the things that you do, the things that you find funny, the things that you find pleasurable, the thing that, like, you're a sadist. You get off on the pain of other people. You're a stalker. And more importantly than that, you're a hypocrite. G-Man, terrible person. How can you sit there and support a child abuser? How can you sit there and support someone who would harm those poor little innocent kids? How can you sit there and support Shani after all of the hideous, disgusting things that she did while you're doing it right now? It's bad for me to do it, but it's okay for you to do it. I got a problem with things like that. You're probably wondering why I'm calling this video kicking them when they're down. Because technically, as far as I'm concerned, that's where you are. That's why you got to constantly go after Carrie, because you don't like the fact that people are looking at her as being just above you. You don't like that. It bothers you. You lose sleep at night because of it. If somebody came to me tomorrow and said, well, Carrie has better content than you, great. What does that got to do with me about anything? I have self-esteem. I don't care what anybody thinks, except for my Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ, and the ecclesia, the body of Christ. You, Burnt Toast, got to sit on here and you got to put on that dollar store chapstick. Get all that crust off your lips, all that dead skin, all that bad smell from your lips. If you smell what the rock is cooking, you know what I mean? You got to pucker up and kiss all this butter on here. I don't. And I'm still going to be G-Man at the end of the day. You got to do that, not me. I have a soul and I have a conscience. And I know the difference between right and wrong. And I have a solid basis for what is right and what is wrong. You, on the other hand, do not. How can you attack me the way you attacked me all these years regarding being friends with Shani and Rev, and don't even attack yourself or attack your BFF green dinosaur on the other side of YouTube? who you stream with multiple times. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take it a step further, Burnt Toast. Your name came up in that documentary that that Dark Ninja did regarding Hater Nation. Why are you affiliated with these people since you're such a good person? My name isn't affiliated with any of them, especially in the present. Why did Dragnut leave YouTube? Why? Because he did all of this illegal stuff when he was online? People was unsubbing from him because he was boring, like I've been telling people literally for years. Literally for years, I've been telling people that the guy is boring and he's a hypocrite. Oh, the reason why I don't go look for a job because, you know, I get the GI Bill and I'm physically handicapped. The moment he gets his degree, I got a job and I'm important. Look at my white coat. When Dragnut was volunteering his personal life, and anyway, we'll get to that sometime in the future because I can't wait till it's time to deal with him. Now that he's gone, he's no longer on here, and he's not going to be a man and face me for all of his crimes that he's committed on here. The ones he's done against me and the ones he's done against other people. When I sit there and say I got a laundry list of stuff with this dude, it's not even funny. But Burnt Toast, I think it's about time you made a comedic video about yourself. Because now Shanny and Rev gets their donations from your audience, from Jules' audience. All the people that may be mad at me for making this video about you, they're the ones that's supporting Shanny and Rev. They're the ones supporting them. All the burnt toastites, the burnt toast maniacs, the fans supporting Burnt Toast, all of their money is going to supporting Shanny and Rev because that's where the money is coming from. I mean, it's not like your work or anything. You know what I mean? It's not like your work. You do too many videos on here to have an actual job. You want to sit there and talk about Carrie and talk about these other people. Let's talk about you and how many times you stream on here and how long you stream. I mean, it's not like you can prove you work. I mean, you're not even a woman enough to show your face on here. You know, all we're gonna do is just get this screen like this. I work. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. I work. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. Oh, nobody can see that. Let me put that back up there. Take my word for it. 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 I work. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. I work. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And when you want one here, joining Dragnut and those guys and laughing at me and saying that this is my life and that if I lose my YouTube, I'll lose my mind and I'll go crazy, which was a bunch of malarkey too. The reason why I'm not on YouTube a lot of times, sometimes I'm on Clubhouse. And if I'm not on Clubhouse, there's other forms of social media I do. I have a faceless YouTube channel. I have a couple of faceless YouTube channels. This is not the only thing I got going for me. I have things I have going on in my personal life right now that only a couple of people online know that are in this community. I believe that Burnt Toast feels so bold and she feels so confident on here because she believes that nobody can touch her and nobody can say anything about her. If that was only true, it's not true. Everybody, let me show you guys a picture here. Miss Parker is probably not going to like this. She's probably actually, should I do this? Let me see something here. I got to show something that ain't going to get me in trouble on here. When I was against the Dragoons on a regular basis, you all know Miss Parker invited me to her YouTube channel. You can go to Miss Parker's YouTube channel. I think it's called Petty Stuff. You can go to her YouTube channel and you can go find the YouTube channel. No, I can't put none of this on here. Not without possibly getting in trouble. I got to be careful about this stuff now because I actually have something to lose now. But anyway, got to be a little careful with that, right? If I'm patient enough, they'll give me justification. But you remember when Miss Parker invited me to her YouTube channel? Miss Parker kept saying, G-Man, you know my real name. You know my real name, huh? Why don't you go ahead and say it? And I said, well, Miss Parker, I don't know if I want to do that right now. Come on, I give you permission. I give you permission. This is how cocky these people were. G-Man's supposed to be this dumb. He's supposed to be this dumb, uneducated, and people take that stuff seriously, like you're stupid and whatnot. So she kept saying, say my name, and say my name, and say my name, and say my. You can go watch the stream. I'm pretty sure she edited it, but you can go watch the stream right there on Petty Stuff. And she called it G-Man dot drops Miss Parker. It's not dot dropping if you gave me permission to do it. You literally, I think at least 9 times in that stream, you literally had to make me prove I knew what I was talking about. I can't see my thumb in that one. So when it looks like that right there, it's like 8. There you go, 9. Maybe I can see that there. Because I can see the geek room in there, fancy editing. But she kept saying, G-Man, you don't know my. Not only did I know the woman's name, for those of you who know your YouTube history with me, but I knew everything about this person or persons. Her toast is sitting on her little on her little toaster. She calls it channel. And she believes that she can just go on there and say whatever she wants about whoever she wants, and there's not going to be any consequences. I'm here to tell you in 2024, them days are over. Them days were over then, and they're over now. There ain't no such thing no more as you can sit back, don't worry, this person won't do this no more. Them days are over. Over. With all of the new technology that we got, all of the different laws that are out there, man, please, don't even get me started. If I made just 2 videos on how Bullhorn Betty can deal with, they just should be on here. Just 2 videos on what the law says about what you can do concerning burnt toast. Just 2 videos. Anybody with any amount of money wouldn't know how to deal with her. Sometimes you don't even need money. You'd be surprised what you can do if you understand the system and how to get the help when you need it. But she gets on here and she says whatever she wants about whomever she wants, how often she wants, because she believes she's protected. It's like Rumor Research Lab believes she was protected. Said the wrong thing and boom, they came after her. Dragna thought he was untouchable. Said the wrong thing about XX Archive. Boom, they came after him. Ms. Parker felt the need to go out there and share information that she thought was true that wasn't about yours truly. And boom, she found out that she wasn't invincible. Here's the deal, burnt toast. If I was a piece of garbage and a grifter and a horrible human being for being Shanny's friend, then you are the exact same thing. And you are not in the position to talk about anybody else here on social media. Nobody. And the gloves are off. I ain't just making a video about you. I'm gonna make a video about Jules. I'm gonna make a video about Dryden. I'm gonna make a video about David White. I'm gonna make a video about all of them. Because I didn't forget. I did not forget. And I want people to know that when I make my YouTube videos, after I'm done with all of this, I dare them to even sneeze my name. I dare them to whisper my name. I bet not even hear my name being used in Discord. I bet not even hear a rumor about it. Or you're going to find out the power of technology. I resent and I thoroughly rebuke you, burnt toast, for thinking that you was going to start something with me that you wasn't prepared. That you're not prepared to finish. because you think you got a little avatar with a piece of bread with long eyelashes, which is something in of itself. Because I'm gonna tell you guys something. I know what community she originally came out of. I've done a lot of homework on this girl. She's getting sloppy, very sloppy with how she does things on here. And usually the beginning of the end with these people is when they say, okay, G-Man, if you're so confident, then do this and do this. That's when you know it's the beginning of the end, because pride cometh before the fall and a haughty spirit before the destruction. That is a motto a lot of us Christians live by, because it's in the Bible. It talks about people who are puffed up and proud, who thinks that they can just do whatever they want and there ain't gonna be no consequences. Cat Williams said in 2024, a lot of people are going to get exposed. Burnt Toast better be careful, because she can get exposed pretty hard on here. Like I said, this is a terrible, horrible, demonic, Luciferian human being, as far as I'm concerned. I am not going to let her anymore come on social media and believe that she's a quote-unquote good person. There's nothing good about Burnt Toast, and people need to start understanding this. You might think that she's funny, as I played this video here earlier. Let me show. Let's play this video here real quick. Yeah, this video was pretty funny that she made about me. Let's just do this here real quick. Bunch of liars and hypocrites. Because I was going to let them have their fun, but I'm going to kind of give you guys a couple of spoilers. I'm not jealous of being Sasquatch. Okay. No, Andrew, I'm not a reaction atheist.
No, Andrew, I'm not a reaction atheist.
You know what I mean? All we see is a bunch of black people who think they're white people who think they're black. So Burnt Toast, that's another thing, Burnt Toast. And like I said, that don't really bother me as much. But you think that I'm a black person that thinks he's white? Really? Like I said, you have the benefit of saying that because you never cut your camera on. If you ever cut your camera on, you're going to get owned, honey. You're going to get owned badly. Very badly. Because if you think you're the first YouTuber to ever come on here and hide your face, and this is how I know you don't know your G-Man history. God has a funny way of humbling people like yourself. Stop with this Burnt Toast is a good person and she's in it. There ain't nothing innocent about this person. She's just as demonic as the Geek Room. There's nothing righteous about her. She's just as demonic as the Geek Room. And as far as appearances go, she might look better than Shanny. But her insides, and Shanny's outside, and Burnt Toast is, Shanny's outside, and Burnt Toast's insides are identical twins. Like I said, you can't call me a stalker. Oh, wait a minute, G-Man, you went to Shanny and Rum's house. Yeah, because I know them. They asked me not to go back there, and I haven't been there. At least I haven't knocked on their door. It's not a crime to walk past the house. But no, I'm not a stalker. And if they ever want to take me to court, if you ever want to raise them any money or whatever, so that they can try to take me to court because I'm a stalker, I'll gladly do it. I need to get my laugh on. I have a legitimate beef with those two. You, Burnt Toast, do not have a legitimate beef with Betty. You just don't. And it's gotten so personal that one of you went to court and lost. Frank. When you got to come out your pocket to pay, you lost. You know how many times a YouTuber has taken me to court and I lost? 0. You want to know why? Because none of them take me to court. You want to know why? I think before I speak. It don't matter how riled up I get on here. I think before I speak. It's a phenomenal talent to have. So, Burnt Toast, while you're down in the gutter, not understanding what's fully going on right now, because if I know you the way I know you, you probably think I'm doing this for attention. G-Man only has about 1,000 plus subs on this channel. You have 15. How many subs you got on your channel? You have 15 going on 16,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. And G-Man needs attention because the only reason I make videos is because I need attention. I have nothing else going on in my life, so I need attention. That's your answer for everything. G-Man makes videos because G-Man... No, how about this? How about you made some disgusting claims about me? How about you said some things about me that were not true? That needs to be addressed. And in my next video, we'll go through your YouTube channel and we'll look at all the claims you made about me, especially the one when I went on your channel and handed you your butt, except for when I got corrected about the alcohol thingy. As a matter of fact, Burnt Toast, I don't recall you ever schooling me in any conversation. I kicked your tail when I went on a Geek Room, and I kicked your tail on your YouTube channel. And the only time you and this channel has ever been relevant is when Jules came on here pretending to be you. When they came on here pretending to be you. Like I said, you can get on here and do a dumb. I will put my resume against yours any day of the week. You've done nothing on social media. Absolutely nothing of value on social media. You may have almost 16,000 subs. But Bertos, let me ask you something. What have you done? What have you done on here of any real significance? Besides make people laugh, which you're pretty good at, because I even gave you a thumbs up. Now, G-Man's lying. He didn't give me a thumbs up. Let me just show everybody what I'm talking about here real quick, because I'm going to keep going back to the same video. Just torture her. Okay, right there. You see that right there? When it's black like that, you give her a like. What happens when I clip it again? I'll click it again. See that? 265 likes. And I'm number 265. You see that? See that? I think you're funny. You make me laugh. I don't think you're too bright. I think you act like a ditzy blonde sometimes. But you are definitely not somebody I go to bed thinking I better be careful. Messing with Toasty. Toasty's gonna get me. Toasty's gonna get me. Definitely not. I can tell you that right now. Definitely not. I mean, considering you're one of my biggest fans on here, I definitely don't think I have anything to worry about you because I'm not one of your biggest fans. And before you sit there and say that I am your fan because I'm talking about you, let's not keep count on how many times you talked about me as opposed to how many times I talked about you. You don't want to go there. You stalker. All right. So I made a video and I said that I wanted the Dragoons to acknowledge that they were hypocrites about me giving money to Shani and giving money to Rev and being friends with them and everything and whatnot, right? And now you're doing it and all you can do is talk about carry all day. Carry this and carry that and carry this and carry that. Why don't you talk about the money that you're donating, you coward? Why don't you talk about it? I got on my YouTube channel and I looked into this camera and I had no problem talking about what I was doing when I was friends with them. My question for you is, why don't you do the same? You see the difference between me and you? I'm real. I keeps it real. You are a liar. You are a deceiver. And you like to and you love to deceive your little audience. Oh, when you give me donations, I'm going to use it to help Burnt Toast. To help Burnt Toast. To help Burnt Toast. To help Burnt Toast. But in reality, a portion of your donations are going towards Shani and Rev's drug addiction. I mean, it was you who said they had a drug addiction, right? And their alcohol, and you are the one who pointed out the fact that Rev is drinking again. And guess what? He's drinking again now, all because of your donations. All because of your donations. Oh, don't worry, you're not alone. I know about your sister in crime, and no, I'm not saying that's literally your sister. I got more sense than that, Burnt Toast. Some of us think before we speak. I'm talking about Jules. The one who got on and literally bragged about giving shitty, and anybody didn't like it. It's just the internet. Just like when LeBron James sat there and he said, what did he say? It's just basketball. It's just for those of you who are NBA fans, you know what I'm talking about. When LeBron came out and said, oh, it's just basketball. we're down 3-0, but it's just basketball. It's just basketball. Well, Jules says it's just the internet. It's just the internet. Who cares about other people's lives? It's just the internet. It's just the internet. You listen to Dragnut, now you got to pay, honey. You got to pay. Because like I said, all of this narrative that you've been building that Burnt Toast is this good person, that stuff goes out the window. I don't know how many of you remember the video I made on my G-Man channel called Atheist the Movie. If you haven't seen it, type it in. It's called Atheist the Movie. I think I did 3 parts of it. And it's kind of funny. Like I said, Burnt Toast is not the only person that can do that kind of editing. Anybody can do that. Anybody who's got Windows Movie Maker and knows how to cut, you know what I mean, interject a picture or whatever. If you got a phone and you know how to use CapCut or whatever, that garbage is easy. That's amateur editing. Anybody can do that. I'm gonna make the Dragoons the movie, and I'm gonna get my laugh on. So you guys like to make fun and go as if you guys don't stutter or use when you're talking or anything like that, right? Like I said, I'm not a Lowe's cow and I'm cancel proof. And you can't do nothing about it, Burnt Toast. I'm talking to you right now. I'll get to your friends and everything. Cancel proof. Let me say this again, because I know this bothers you to the core, and I know it does. You can get on here and put on whatever act you want on here. Nobody can see your eyes. Nobody can see your body language when you speak or whatever. But you can't cancel me. You will never cancel me. G-Man, you're not worth canceling. Yeah, just shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. As a matter of fact, where is that thing at? Just do that. Like seriously, just do that. And you know who else I need to include in this? The Afro-humanist. I definitely need to go after her. But she hasn't really, in all fairness, she hasn't really said or really did anything. But she was a drag supporter. And now that the brain is gone, their head is gone, the person who made all of their plans and made their little schemes is gone. Defeating the rest of them is going to be a very easy task. A very easy task. A very easy task. I am the anti-Dragoon tank. Ain't no missile or bazooka or anything destroying this over here. And y'all got some answering to do. I'm a grifter. I want to see this proof that I'm a grifter. I want to see this proof that I misused these donations, like you guys have been saying literally for years. I want to see some proof for this. G-Man knew about these things. Don't sing it, bring it. You see all that smoke there? When I do my little all the smoke show, I want you to come on this channel, or I'll come on your channels. The 2 channels I am not coming on, no matter what, will be the Geek Room, and I'm not going to BGTV. I'm not going to do it. Because I believe I will be wasting my time with the clown show. Those 2 channels I'm not going. Burnt Toast, I'll go to your channel. You're still respected a little bit. G-Man, you're not respected. Just stop it. You have been telling that same lie on here. As a matter of fact, Burnt Toast, the spirit that you have in you has been telling the same lie about me for 13 years here on YouTube. Like, honestly. For 13 years, that lie has been told on here. Yes, I am. And that's why I'm going to keep repeating this, because I know what it does to your spirit when you hear it. I am not a Lowe's cow, and you can't cancel me. God knows you tried. You got Irate Alex, failure. You got Burnt Toast, who has 15,000 subscribers, failure. And when you did get the more popular people, Which honestly, after watching me on the Drunken Peasants, you guys should have known you were wasting your time when you first started, to be perfectly honest. Even the Drunken Peasants waste their time. I went on there, I said some things on there, you know what I mean? Because I know why I know that they're trying to entrap me. I know that they're trying to say certain things. I've been on there a million times. I actually know some of these Drunken Peasants in real life. Some of these Drunken Peasant fans in real life. They all know me. Some of them agree with me. No, I'm not no Lowe's cow. If I was a Lowe's cow, every YouTube channel out there would be laughing at me. Every YouTube channel is not doing that. You want to know why? I bring up valid points. I want to know why you believe I'm a terrible person because I'm friends with Shani and Rev and you're donating to them right now. That's what I want to know. I want to know why you think you're a good person for doing the things that I was doing long before you was doing them. Of course, I don't do them now. They wish they had me now. Jenny and Rev are tossing back and forth in their bed, kicking themselves and punching themselves and wondering why couldn't have been smarter with G-Man. Burnt-Toast, there's no need to defend yourself in this. There's no need to make a video response. And you want to know why? There's no need to do that because everything I said about you in this video is true and we both know it. Your audience knows that this is true. The opposing audiences that don't like you knows that this is true. The Geek Room knows that these things about you are true. So when it's time for me to have my little editing fun, don't get mad at me. And no, I'm not talking about some face getting on here with some fire coming up and you sound like a chipmunk. I'm not talking about that. No, you wish. That's not what I'm talking about. I'll be protected by fair use, I assure you. I know how to make a funny video when I want to. I think my friend Rebuke and Reprove refers to you, Burnt Toast, a person who would never talk to you because, you know, of who you are and everything and whatnot. But I believe you are, well, what do they call it? What do Veckel call you guys? A bunch of, what does he call you guys? A bunch of leftists, whatever the heck that's supposed to be. I think you guys are. I think he refers to you as being a leftist. You probably support that senile old geezer and who left billions of dollars in missiles in the middle of the desert because he was never competent for the job to begin with. I'm just keeping it real. What kind of intelligent a superpower leader leaves billions of dollars of missiles in the middle of the desert? like I'm just saying, trips over his own stairs going into his plane. And now all of us got to spend $20 for a Gatorade. And that's me highly exaggerating, by the way. Gatorades are not $20. That's me exaggerating. But you get the point. Like I said, everything that you ever said about me, Burnt Toast, those things are true about you. Because I'm not coming on here calling you a whore. I'm not coming on here calling you all these different things. I'm actually trying to be semi-serious with you. Even though everything in my being, every cell in my body is telling me I am wasting my time. But I do want at least one video that is active that will show people that the very same things that this girl is saying about Carrie, the same things that she's saying about Shani and Rev, the same thing. This hypocrite ain't got no room to talk. I go to her video and I watch Burnt Toast criticize Carrie, and I'm like, first of all, you're not properly interpreting what it is that Carrie's saying there. You're twisting her words. And then how can you even get mad? Even if those things were true, she does these things herself. What are you going to try to say, Burnt Toast? You never lied in somebody's chat before? You never said anything in Discord? Like honestly, just stop it. Just stop it. You want to see immorality? Go in your bathroom and go look in the, well, actually, after you shave and you get them fine lines out of it and everything and whatnot, you get some cucumbers, you start doing this a little bit. After you do all of that, go look in the mirror and you'll see immorality right there. You'll see immorality staring you right in the face. I can see Burnt Toast using her editing program, looking in a mirror, and then she puts my face on the other side. How original. Oh my God, she's so creative. So Burnt Toast, do you disagree with me being a Lowe's cow? Can you prove that I'm a Lowe's cow? Do you have to go all the way back to 1988 to try to prove that I'm a Lowe's cow? If I'm a Lowe's cow, let's see your evidence for that, Burnt Toast. Oh my God, I know it must make them mad for me to say that. And if you can cancel me, show me how you would go about doing it, hypothetically. No, I'm sorry. You're going to be like, I'm not worth it. That's usually what a defeated person who's been beaten would usually say, because you lost. Dryden didn't take everything that belonged to me. And by the way, I'm going to show everybody that little famous little email that he sent me. 2 of them. One of them, he accuses me of doing the unthinkable. And then the second one, he told me that he was going to take everything from me. It's like I'm going to show you what David Anthony said to me when he donated that money to me. As if the internet just forgot. You're all going to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to enjoy the next 6 or 7 or 8 videos that I'm going to do on this channel. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy them. It's going to be delicious. Then I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to finalize it with that immoral, disgusting, stalking, fake military, fake disability, don't know any real science, broke nut Silvis, who's a womanizing piece of garbage. And that's how I'm gonna wrap it all up. And then I'm gonna move on. Like I said, there is literally nothing Shanny can say about me that's gonna make me start going off on her again. You know what I mean? And yeah, I've seen some of these latest videos that they've made with her talking about pooping in a bucket and all of that stuff and whatnot. That woman is trying to go viral, and I think most people see that, so it's just a waste of time to even talk about that. I don't even think they're going to be Instagram too long because I'm pretty sure they're offending the right people. So I'm not even handling on mine. I could care less. But what I do care about is that the reason why they're able to buy alcohol and the reason why they're able to buy Delta 8 as often as they can, because of people like Burnt Toast and Jules Sells All. And the Geek Room, Teddy Bear 55, who I consider to be a dragoon. Yeah, Teddy Bear, I mentioned you. Don't call me out. Don't challenge me, because the last time you was in the room with me, I laughed the smack of down all over your corny behind. All right? So don't even mention me. Okay? And if you want to go get, what's that lady name? They call her anti-social media. I think that's your new mama. Anti-social media. Listen to me. Both of you need to know your roles and get to stepping. All right. So don't even go there with me. All right. Because I'll show you what anti-social media looks like. Trust me. I can always use another house. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, don't play with me. Now, back to Toasty. By the way, don't eat burnt toast because it's a carcinogenic that will get in your body and will give you cancer. You know what I mean? So just stay away from people like that. But anyway, burnt toast, you got some explaining to do. When are you going to talk about your morality on here? Like I said, I don't believe you're qualified to even talk about Bullhorn Betty. You're not qualified to talk about, I mean, as disgusting as Shanny is, especially these days, bragging about pooping in a bucket and doing some of the disgusting things that I've heard them say. You're not even qualified. Oh, God. Oh. You're not qualified to talk about them. You're not qualified to talk about me. You ain't qualified to talk about nobody. What you should do is seek professional help for your stalking nature. That's what you should do. Then we'll talk about your little friend who works at Burger King later on. And no, I am not literally saying that Jules works at Burger King. That's me trying to be funny. All right. But I'll definitely be talking about Jules. And by the way, Jules, I don't feel bad about me saying Burger King as if that's something bad or whatever. I mean, a lot of people get their jobs and get their starts working in a place like that and everything and whatnot. You know, especially when you're by yourself and you're going through the things that you're going through. I wish I could say it. I can't. And I better not yet. I need justification for it. Those dummies will respond. I'm pretty sure of it. But anyway, woo! Mama mia, piece of pasta. I know so much about these people. It's not even funny. But anyway, I got to be careful what I say on here. I got to get this stuff out my head. Beat around the bush like I've been doing the whole video. But anyway, burnt toast. You're not a good person. You're not qualified to be talking about nobody. So why don't you do all of us a favor and just shh. 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 Get in the kitchen and go make me some breakfast and maybe some lunch and dinner and go mop and sweep like you're supposed to be doing. Okay, let's see what you guys got to say in the chat. Samantha is called the commentary queen. The commentary king. Frag has a new channel. What is it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have no channel. No. I've been looking for him. First he was Dragon Up, then he was Opiate Fred, and then he became the message something, and that's it. Oh, the commentary king. I don't think he's on here no more. The commentary king. Yeah, he's still trying to steal Nate. If he's on here, he's trying to steal Nate's audience. That ain't gonna happen. There's some people on here telling me to ignore these people. No, I hear you. I hear you. Amen. Amen. I agree with that. Thanks. Maybe you need to look them up in prayer because that's you lost the plot. Remember, God lives in forgiveness, not bitterness. Okay. Cancel culture shouldn't even exist. I totally agree with that one. That is for sure. I'm actually going to start making some videos about cancel culture and comparing it to Christianity at some point on the other channel. Yeah, see, G-Man Drago also appeared with Nate the lawyer. Yo, really? I need to check this out. I definitely need to check it out. But anyway, just wanted to make this video about burnt toast. Burnt toast, please. You know, you owe me an apology for all of the years of the stuff that you put me through, being intellectually dishonest about who I am as a person and everything and whatnot. And I greatly appreciate if you would do that sometime soon. Jules Tells All, you'll be next. Obviously, some people want to hear me talk about the Bible again on this channel. That is definitely coming, but I want to get some real closure with everything that happened on here. So let me think on it. Let me see what I'm going to do. Obviously, if I change my mind about going after them, I'll put this video on private. If not, and you still see it up, then you know they got it coming. So with that being said, you guys take care. And I'll leave it at that. Later, guys.